just a preview. Life has been lifing. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Raven. I want to first take a moment to welcome you into my safe space. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Today's video will be on 10 practices that are phenomenal in helping you to recultivate your spiritual well-being, because it's very human for us to lose our way midday, right? So to establish a practice that helps to pour back into you can be beneficial in your mental health, your spiritual health, and overall well-being, right? There's so many transformations and transitions in our day-to-day that we need to be able to withstand, right? There's things that come up that we're not prepared for, or we had it in our mind that it would go this way, it turns out differently, right? So now we're at a place where we need to pivot. So it could be difficult, it could be hard. Let's just be very honest and very plain in language and say that life be lifing and it be hard, right? It be hard, goodness. So here are 10 practices that I go to every time I'm feeling myself to feel ungrounded. I'm feeling more anxious than usual. I'm feeling all over the place, or maybe my focus is dwindling, where I don't have a lot of vitality in the effort that I put in day-to-day to-dos. This is what I go to. So number one, and this is in no particular order, but number one is clear your space. So make your bed, right? Every day I abide by this. My apartment could be a total mess, but you can believe that my bed is made and my room is tidy. And just having that room alone together helps me put things into perspective. As like minuscule as it sounds, just having a clear space can help you to adjust in how you can bring back the power in clearing the space in your mind. Your outside environment oftentimes can reflect how you feel on the inside. So just by tidying things up, putting things in their place, clearing it up, making it smell good, it can help to bring a sense of clarity in your mind. Do not underestimate the power of a clean and clear space. Do what you can to set routines that help you to keep things tidied throughout the week, so that when it comes time to clean up, it doesn't feel like you're cleaning up everything. Find a process that works for you. It takes time. If there's days that your place it looks like a tornado hit, don't beat yourself up, right? Focus on one area. Maybe that's the bathroom for you because you like to take bubble baths, or you have to get ready in the morning for work. So maybe that's an area to focus on, so that area is clear and offers a sense of serenity when you walk into it, right? Start small, but focus on clearing your space, as it can help to bring a clear sense of mind. So number 2, be still. Meditate. Of course, when it comes to spiritual health and overall well-being, meditation is going to be in there, right? This is a practice that is not done all the time for me. I'm guilty of it, but we're human, right? Some days we're not going to be able to get to a meditation practice, but what is really good about making everything your own is you can adjust it how you see fit. So maybe you only have 5 minutes to give. That's enough. That's enough. Maybe you only have 2 minutes. That's enough. Trust me. There's a lot you can do in 2 minutes of just being still. And this, for me, meditation can be quite difficult, right? Because my mind is chatty. There's something always going on. There's a thought here, there's a thought there. So to help me get into a meditative state, I have to coach myself into one. I have to remind myself that, like, hey, you're safe. I know there's a lot on your mind, but whatever is going on outside of your body, it can wait. It can wait. You are safe where you are at. You are allowed to sit with yourself and to be still. It sounds something like that. I went into a total monologue of, but that's how it sounds, and I have to say it out loud, because getting into a meditative state, it is not easy. It takes practice. But to allow yourself that time can be so soothing to your nervous system, because a lot of times our day-to-day is busy, fast-paced, so we're cranked up. We don't even know we in survival mode, right? Our body is like, hold on, I'm at work, I need to do this, I got 10 tasks at work, I got this, I gotta pick up the kids, or I gotta make this part, like whatever it is just so much for us to constantly adjust to pivot to account for. So taking time just to be still, and physically so too. I don't know about y'all, but when I'm anxious, I can't sit still to save my life. You hear me? All of a sudden, I got chores to do. All of a sudden, now, oh, I gotta make sure I did the laundry, and I gotta sweep over in that little corner there, and I gotta dust the mop. What? Like, so to just sit it down, and it's gonna feel so uncomfortable, but this is where you can feel transformation happen almost instantly. And I say that because if you allow yourself time to sit in that uncomfortableness, soon after you will feel a sense of release, if you allow yourself to get there. And meaning that, like, hey, I'm safe in my body. I know what I'm feeling is uncomfortable, but I'm safe where I'm at. It'll pass. You'll see that it does pass. Not saying that your problems on the outside world will be gone, but now there's a sense of, okay, let's get it done. What's the next step? Now you're able to think more clear-mindedly. You're able to see from a different perspective. So meditation, sprinkle that in there. All right. Number 3, a gratitude journal. I know all of us may not be journal people. That's cool. I invite you to then just do a list. But there's something therapeutic about writing it down, right? You really becoming one with the thoughts you have in your mind and seeing it in the physical, right? There's something transformative about that, and that really helps, again, to transmute whatever heaviness you're feeling, right? The world can be so stimulating. There's always something going on. There's always something to digest. There's always something to be a part of. There's always something. So to be still, to allow yourself time to focus on what is good, what has been for my good, what am I most thankful for, and to write that down and to reconnect yourself with those experiences or those people or whomever or whatever you're most grateful for. It helps you to ground yourself. It helps you to feel centered again, right? So being able to reflect on that. I do this when I'm in a good rhythm with it, right? A nightly practice. And what I notice is it helps me to relax before bed, because it's not uncommon for me to go to bed and I'm still on work mode. Like, I'm still in research mode. I'm looking up things. I'm trying to figure out the math on something. And it's like, I should be in bed. Like what is happening right now? So being able to, oh my goodness, that'd be me. But it really helps to get into a calmer state, and so that you can have more restful sleep. Of course, meditation, this also helps with getting more restful sleep, and being able to write out your thoughts, writing out what you're most grateful for before bed. It helps you to be aware of the good and to go to sleep on that, as opposed to all of the inconveniences or the bad that has happened in the day, right? So it just helps you to transition into a calmer state and to count your blessings, because a lot of times when you're feeling down, you're feeling hopeless, you're anxiety ridden, or whatever the case, it's so easy to forget about like all the good. And so it helps you to bring perspective to whatever may be going on in your life. It's not to say it's invaluable or that it's not that big a deal, because not at all, right? What you feel is valid. However, it can help to account for, hold on, like I am doing really well in this area. Just because I'm failing doesn't mean I'm inadequate. It means I'm learning. It means I'm growing. Or yes, this opportunity didn't happen, but I'm versatile. Like there's plenty of more opportunities out there. I really like this one for sure, but I'm being positioned for something greater and I can allow that. So just being able to, again, just focus on the good, right? Focus on the good. Bring yourself back to center. Bring yourself back to the frequency of love, and things start to balance out, baby. They start to level out. For real, for real. The next one is submission. So this one gets a bit more spiritual in the sense of whoever you believe your God to be, right? I believe in God, so for me, submission means to have a practice with God, the God I believe in, and for you, the God you believe in, and to say like, hey, I have these ill emotions. I'm feeling this heavy energy, and I don't know what else to do with it, God. I please take it. Submitting your worries, submitting your chaos, if you will, onto God, and saying, I can trust that what I'm doing is enough. And that's an important aspect too, because it's typical for topics like this to get misconstrued of like, oh, I just give it away and I don't do anything. No, you need to work, right? You need to put in your half, but to know that you're not in this alone. Like you have support. So submission is just like that, me having a practice with God and saying, hey, I'm trying my best. I'm really trying to adjust. I'm trying to pivot. I'm trying to learn the new skills. I'm trying to build something new. I'm trying to heal this wound. I'm trying my best, but these are my struggles, so I'm gonna give those to you. And what I find in that, similar to meditation, I come back to this calm of like, no, I'm at peace. I need, or at least being in a state of like, nah, yeah, you're right. I need to be at peace with like, I'm trying my best. You know, I'm human. I'm making sure that I'm self-aware of what can I be better at? Where was I wrong? Right? Making sure to apologize when you need to apologize. Don't be out here just, you know, being mean, being rude or inconsiderate. Like, be self-aware and know where you can grow. And then be aware of when like you're doing it right and you're giving it all you got. That's very important in helping you to calm your senses, because you need that evidence to prove that no, I'm right where I need to be. This may feel a little uncomfortable. This may feel a little strange or whatever the case, but I'm doing with all that I have and all that I am here in this moment. I'm doing what I can. Having a relationship, a constant relationship with those thoughts, with that self-assuredness of I'm doing enough is important. It's important to your self-confidence. It's important to your self-belief. Having a practice of submission is is vital in that spiritual health, because it reminds you that, hey, I'm not alone. I have support. I have support. The next one is affirmations. So I'm big on affirmations. So often do I need a reminder of, I'm great, I'm qualified, I'm intelligent, I am resourceful. I need reminders. And if you're human, I'm sure you need reminders too. Because as we strive for bigger and better things, as we strive for those goals that keep us up at night, it takes us failing. And failure is hard, right? So not only are you failing and that being difficult, but like just the thought and the relationship that many of us probably have with failure, it just doesn't feel good. And it's human nature to avoid things that don't feel good, things that don't come with that instant gratification. And so we shy away from it. We don't want to do it. But in affirming ourselves, we can recenter ourselves, ground ourselves in truth that, okay, I failed, but does that really make me inadequate now? I think that's a stretch, because I'm sure there's tons of skills that you showcase that make you qualified. What instead it may be is like, how can I grow? I'm good at this. How can I become great at this? And it's an adjustment of, I just need to believe in that what I have is enough. I'm always going to go back to that, because that's big. I think that's at the root of a lot of things, is just believing that you're enough, believing that you're worthy. So having affirmations that embody that embody you being safe, that you are protected, that you are worthy, it helps you to have that belief in your core, right? I believe that should be like your sacral chakra, right? It helps you to bring balance and stability into your core, and knowing that, like, no matter how this world may sway me, I'm enough. I came into this world whole. I came into this world complete. Okay? I'm enough. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm being divinely guided to my purpose and what it is that I need to achieve. And this is the road that leads to it, which means I'm equipped. I've been made equipped to travel this path. I'm enough. And just like that. And for me, that's how my affirmations sound. Like I get in the mirror, I say them, or sometimes it's just laying down, closing my eyes and saying them in my head, or saying them out loud, whatever it is you need to do. I also like putting them on Post-its. I have little Post-its here, putting them on a Post-it, putting them on your mirror, on your walls, on your notebooks, your computer, wherever, so you could see them and come into frequency with those affirmations. And it's clear that you need to say them. You have to say them out loud. You have to come in contact with them. Write them down as you say them if you need. Whatever works for you, but affirm yourself. Next one is create sacred space. So make your space look and feel like what you believe peace and stillness to look and feel like. So for me, that's candles, that's incense, that's my tea. Again, if it's not my entire apartment being cleaned up, at least my room being clean and together. Peace to me feels cozy, right? Sacred space to me feels like home. It feels comforting. It feels safe. So all those things that make me feel safe and comforted and at home, that's the space I create for myself. And I put this as another point, because you want to be intentional about it. You don't want to just, I put this is cute, even though that's okay, right? There's no right or wrong way, but to say that intentionality helps you to truly connect with balance, connect with peace, connect with feeling safe, right? To really internalize what that means to you, and to be a creator of that. Whatever it is that comes to your mind's eye, create it. Create it in your environment, and that can help you day to day restabilize yourself, no matter what the day brings you or hits you with, right? So boom. And then mirror work, I mentioned this with affirmations. So just as I said, being intentional with saying my affirmations in the mirror, because for me, especially having a recent weight loss journey, if you will, I'm in a new body, right? I lost some weight, so I feel the way I look is, I haven't necessarily looked like this before. Even at my smallest weight, this body is a bit different in a phenomenal way. But I need to reacquaint myself with myself. And so it just feels so much more powerful, and I feel so much more connected to who I am currently in this space right now. So saying my affirmations and looking myself in the eyes, and looking at my physique in the mirror as I say those affirmations, it helps me to connect with me, and to know who I'm speaking with, which is, I'm speaking to Raven. And Raven, this is how I feel about you. I'm going to look you in your eyes and tell you how I feel about you. And that's what I do. And that's what I love about mirror work, because it helps you to, again, it's a spiritual act that can help you to feel and command transformational energy almost instantly. And that, hey, if you allow yourself space and time to sink in to the affirmations that you say to yourself, and again, being intentional about the words you use. Words are spells, so choose each and every word wisely. Be intentional with what you say and how you talk about yourself. And saying that in the mirror while you look at yourself, come on now, you're tapping into some essence there. So finding a routine that works for you, do that. Add those affirmations. Get some time in the mirror with yourself. It's not you being conceited or self-withdrawn. Like, nah. Like, it's you loving on you. You would look the person you love in the eyes and tell them how you feel about them. Do it for yourself. And then read books. Read books. This is the next one that I like to tap into when I'm trying to find some balances. I pick up some books on spiritual well-being and personal development. Right now I'm reading Women Who Run with Wolves. Oh my gosh, that book. Like, highly like 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, highly recommend, baby. Get that. But I tap into books that bring me into awareness of the spiritual practices that have been around for forever. It helps me to connect with the language that my spirit knows, but that my physical human body is trying to learn. And so it helps me to familiarize myself with things that I've always felt or even always known, but just couldn't put a name to it, couldn't put words to it. And so having personal development books and spiritual well-being books just helps you to reconnect with feeling balanced within yourself. So definitely recommend that. If that is something that you're interested in, like the books that I have read, because there's been a few that really have stood out to me. So if you would like a review or like a video on my top books, spiritual well-being books and personal development, leave a comment below and let me know. The next one, be in nature. Be in nature. Take off your shoes, take off your socks, and put your feet in some soil, some good soil. Okay, find a green patch of grass and just stand there and twinkle your toes, baby. Just come into connection with the earth. as there's so many studies on this, so many videos on this, so I invite you to do your research and grounding and the benefits of it. I'm here to say, like, as someone who does that, that's something I'll do more often than anything else, because that can be easy to do depending on where you live, right? But it helps me to, it just feels good to connect to earth, right? Something just in itself, that alone is like I'm okay, like I'm a part of, I don't know how to even explain it, but you just feel grounded. And that's enough, because that's what we're searching for when we have a lot going on. We feel detached from ourselves, from the world. It helps to reattach to earth, to what is of the divine, what is of God. That's why I enjoy it. So check it out. If you already know about it, what kind of, like, where do you like to go to do some grounding? Let us know. Share your ideas, your thoughts. The next one and the last one, this is number 10. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into yourself. Much like the affirmations, but more so in like a complete monologue with yourself. Speak life into yourself. When you are in a situation and you feel triggered and you hear those negative self-narratives come up, I need you to step up and start talking back to those thoughts. I need you to stand tall and to say, hold up now. How could I have known this? How could I have been prepared for this? I wasn't aware of this. Or, yes, I didn't do that great, but I really did try. Instead, I could try this, but I did try. With what I had, I put my best effort in. Speak up to those negative thoughts, because they will try to make a coward out of you. You know what I mean? They'll try to corner you. And for me, they beating me up. And when I fail, and sometimes I think it triggers self-sabotage, because at least for me, I sit there and take it, because I'm like, well, yeah, I should have known better. For somehow, some way, I should have known better. I shouldn't have. And it just goes and it goes and it goes, and I allow it. Speak up to them. Speak up to them. Find the evidence that affirms you in a higher light. Don't make a lie out of it. Be honest with yourself. If there's something that you did know and you chose differently, so hold yourself accountable. That's self-love. A lot of times holding ourselves accountable can feel combative. It can feel confrontational, but that's self-love. Being able to say, you know what? I did know better and I didn't do it anyways. In spite of what I know, I did this. I forgive myself. I forgive myself, and lesson learned. And to always, I'm so sorry for the sirens, but always assert yourself with love. Always affirm yourself and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Remind yourself in the mirror that, like, yo, you got it. The sirens, right? All seriousness, I hope you enjoyed these 10 habits that help me to come back into awareness, helps me to find balance, helps me to refocus and to revitalize myself in my efforts, in my day-to-day practices, in life in general, right? Helping me to feel at peace. I hope these practices do well for you. Let me know in the comments what practices you enjoy. Which of these do you feel would be most beneficial to you? I want to know, so share with me. Again, thank you so much for sharing time and space with me today. You are loved, you are blessed, you are enough. With love. Bye.